100 push-ups a day for a big Belgian chest. Does it really work? Well, my friends, stay tuned as in today's video I'm going to tell you whether 100 push-ups a day will really work for optimal results. Right, what's cracking, my subscribers and non-subscribers? For my subscribers who are constantly giving me ongoing support, welcome back, my friend. It's good to see you here. But if you're a non-subscriber, honestly don't know what you're doing, my friend, because every single video I make on this channel are dedicated for you to help you reach your goals faster, build more muscle and lose fat with bodyweight training. So that said, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you can reap these benefits. So the million-dollar question is, will 100 push-ups a day really work for me? And for optimal results, the short answer is absolutely not. 100 push-ups a day will not lead to maximal strength and muscle gains in your pectorals. So first of all, let me briefly explain of how muscle growth actually occurs. So when we're working out through strength training, we are actually tearing down our muscle fibers. There are micro tears in our muscles that are broken down through resistance training. And so once this occurs after workout, muscle protein synthesis then occurs. This is the process in which our muscles regrow and rebuild stronger muscle tissues in order to adapt to the stimulus placed upon them. That is how we make our gains, baby. However, with that said, muscle protein synthesis can only, well, not can it only, it actually occurs during rest and recovery, not the actual workout itself. And so this leads me to the issues with 100 push-ups a day. Another one being, there's not enough recovery whatsoever. Because when muscle protein synthesis occurs, it is elevated for 36 to 48 hours. That means during this time, we have to allow adequate rest and recovery for our muscle fibers to rebuild and regrow stronger muscle tissues, so that we can actually progress the next time we train them. But with that said, if you're doing 100 or however many push-ups a day, you're constantly tearing down those muscle fibers. You are constantly breaking them down. You are constantly beating the shit out of it without actually allowing them the time they need to rebuild and regrow stronger. And without recovery, muscle growth, strength gains, all that good stuff cannot actually take place. And that's exactly what happens as a consequence when you are blasting the shit out of your muscles by doing hundreds of push-ups a day. And this leads me to my second issue with the 100 push-ups a day challenge, or however many fucking push-ups you want to do, which is that the 100 push-ups a day challenge neglects the most critical element of strength and muscle gains: progressive overload. Now, what is progressive overload, Jake? Well, let me explain, my friends. So, progressive overload is basically, in simple terms, it's the gradual increase in workload we place upon our muscles. So over time, we gradually increase the stress placed upon them by gradually increasing the intensity. So that, after workouts, during muscle protein synthesis, they rebuild and regrow stronger in order to adapt to the stimulus placed upon them. And by the way, if you want to know more about progressive overload and how to build strength and muscle with calisthenics, make sure to check out the card here as I explain progressive overload with bodyweight training in that video. And so that said, the level of stress that this push-up challenge is going to place on your body is going to differ from person to person. So for a very advanced athlete, doing 100 push-ups a day may be too easy, meaning that the resistance is inadequate to promote sufficient strength and muscle gains. But on the other hand, if you're on the other side of the spectrum, and you're a complete beginner, you may have a hard time trying to get out 100 push-ups, while simultaneously not actually giving your body and your muscles adequate rest to rebuild and regrow stronger. So all in all, no matter who you are, it's basically a lose-lose situation. You're either wasting your time putting in all this effort only to just be in plateau city for months, or you're just beating your body down and doing way too much too soon, which is going to lead to burnout and overtraining. And how do I know this? I talk from experience, I'm afraid. Why put in 110% of effort only to get 10 to 20% of results in return? Yeah, I know. I'm not really quite sure myself. So you may be watching this video right now and be like, Jake, how exactly then can I actually maximize my results and my progress with push-ups? And before I get into more depth, I just want to say I've actually made a video on how you can build a big Belgian chest through just push-ups alone by implementing the most effective strategies to do so. So if that tickles your fancy, make sure to check out the card here as I'll link you to that video of mine. So one way to actually maximize your results with push-ups is to simply focus on intensity rather than volume. So instead of thinking, okay, I've got to get 100 push-ups, think instead of actually picking a progression that is best suited for your current strength level. So for example, right now, when you're more of a beginner, it's alright, my friend, because at the end of the day, when you do push-ups right, they shouldn't be easy. So if push-ups are too hard for you, you can simply place your hands on an elevated surface and do incline push-ups. And then as you get stronger, you can bring your hands down to lower surfaces until your hands are on the floor. And then when regular push-ups get too easy, one simple form of progression is to throw your feet up on an elevated surface and do decline push-ups. You can also redistribute your body weight by placing more of your body weight on one limb at a time by working up to one-arm push-up progressions. You can simply add weight with weighted push-ups, or you can actually improve your form through progressive technique to increase the intensity of the exercise. And then when it comes to workout structure, as a good rule of thumb, you want to do sets of around 3 to 5 in order to accumulate sufficient volume, repetitions of around 5 to 12 that are challenging in order to promote strength and muscle gains, and then with frequency, you want to train your chest through push-ups 2 to 3 times a week in order to maximize muscle protein synthesis and recovery. Two most important elements of massive growth. And in fact, if you want a full push-up tutorial from a complete beginner to a more advanced athlete, step-by-step guide, full form breakdown, make sure to check out the card here as I'll link you to that tutorial of mine. But the fact of the matter is, I want you to take away from this video is that more is not always better, alright? Hack away at the unessential and just focus on the principles. Because once you understand the principles, application is so much easier and so much more simple. And if you don't understand the principles and you try and do all these endless, ineffective methods, well, you're basically fucked, mate. But not you, my friend, as hopefully as you've watched this video, you now understand the principles in order to carry that over to your own training in order to gain the results you desire. Stop training hard, start training smart. And so I said, if you like this video, you like my content, you gain some value from watching this video, make sure to like the video and comment down below that this video came at good hand to you. And also I'm curious to know, have you tried the 100 push-ups a day challenge or any other of these fancy poncy types of push-up challenges? Let me know in the comment section below, as I'd be interested to know. And if you want to put everything in action in regards to what I've just taught you in this video today, if you haven't already, make sure to download my free ebook today, a full calisthenics step-by-step guide to packing on slabs of muscle and shredding off excess fat in order to become a lean machine with ease with bodyweight training. And like I said, I'll leave it in the description down below. But as that is enough of me today, enjoy the rest of your day, my friend, and I will catch you in the next video.